Hey friend, super exciting announcement today that I wanted to share with you all. So tomorrow is April 1st, and if you're in the writing community like I am, you would know that it is Camp NaNoWriMo. It's Camp NaNoWriMo tomorrow, starting tomorrow. So I just wanted to share with you guys this really cool thing that I put together, and I'm super excited about this because I'm going to be using it for my own Camp NaNo project. So I put together a Camp NaNo Workbook, and I just want to give you a sneak peek just to show you a little bit of what it looks like. And of course, this isn't it because I'm only showing you like 6 pages or so right now, but it's 50 pages. The whole thing is 50 pages. And the great thing that's really exciting about it, it's only $8. So you can go to my website. I'll have that in the description below, and then you can just download it. And that's the super fun thing that you can print it out and put it in a 3-ring binder, and you're ready to go for April and get your book written. So I'm just gonna go over this. If you're new here, I would love to have you follow me. Hit the subscribe button. I love to talk about writing tips, tricks, publishing, my journey to publication, and I love to share also things that will help make your journey easier. Also, I love to do interviews with many people in the publishing industry, and I really have enjoyed doing these interviews. I've learned so much from these people, and I hope that you have too if you've been around for a while, or if you're new, be sure to hit the subscribe button so that you can see some of these interviews. It's super fun. So I'm super excited about this because, for one, isn't that super cool and cute and exciting? I mean, it's kind of like that nature-y feel like that you would get if you were to go camping. Like, man, making this made me so excited for like camping in the Bighorns in Wyoming, and to go camping this summer and Glacier in September, and I got so excited about it all. It's just, yeah, I am so ready for a vacation to a national park, to go camping or hiking, or just to be in nature. I'm so excited about that. Okay, so I showed you the top page here, so super cute, right? Then I have a letter in here for me. It's a little letter. And this was really fun because I always like to have these for my projects just to kind of make sure that I have everything ready for this project for writing my book. So this is my to-do checklist for my novel, and really exciting. So I like to have, so like for prepping your book, making sure that you have the Save the Cat beats filled out for your book. Second, having the snowflake method for your book as well, which means like your 1-sentence summary, your 1-paragraph summary, your 1-page summary, and your 4-page summary. So having all of those for your book, as well as the Save the Cat beats. Then I like having a scene list and the Story Genius assignments. I have 3-4 books that I really love using for Camp NaNoWriMo and NaNoWriMo and just writing books in general. So number 1, Save the Cat writes a novel by Jessica Brody. Number 2 is Lisa Cron's book, Story Genius. Number 3 is Structuring Your Novel by K.M. Weiland. And then number 4 is... Yes, and then number 4 is the Snowflake Method, which is, the Snowflake Method is by Randy Ingermanson, and I've interviewed him, so be sure to check out our interview as well as my walkthrough of the Snowflake Method that I mentioned in this video. I'll link it above, and I'll also put it below in my description for this video. So yeah, those are some things that I like to have all together and prepped before I start the book and before I jump into NaNoWriMo. Another thing is also having like a world building sheet where you kind of set up your world and everything. So that's another thing. Okay, so prepping your home and time. This is another super important thing. I think a lot of people don't think about this when they sit down to write a book. They just hop into it and type and try to, get all the words out. But I've found in the past that if I don't have my life sort of figured out and my home figured out, that easily stress from my home and my life, if my home and my life is a mess, like for instance, like if my kitchen is a complete disaster, it's going to cause more stress for me and also for my family. So having those things in order are going to make your ability to finish Camp Nano or NaNoWriMo or finish this book that you're working on much easier. So, prepping your home and time. Number 1, deep clean your home. So I would definitely recommend this. And you know what? I'll do a video on this in the near future on prepping your home for just like cleaning it and prepping it for before NaNoWriMo or before Camp Nano, before you're jumping into finishing a writing project. And just kind of the things that you want to make sure that you do so that your time can be mostly spent in the writing aspect. And of course, there's times too, I'm sure that your husband or your wife or your kids would be able to help and do things too, but having it at least organized where it doesn't cause stress for everyone and also yourself. Number 2 here, figure out your schedule. So daily to do and work, like the things that you want to make sure that you're doing daily, and maybe like your work at your work office, or maybe you work from home. So you can do all of that here. Also, I have a really good video on 20 things, tips for working from home. If you haven't seen that, check it out. But yeah, and then here, like some other things you want to schedule, like your writing, your loving movement, and your nutrition, making sure you eat 3 meals a day, get some exercise in, also some family time and sleep. So all really good things to kind of be paying attention to. Then there's the prep your writing area. It's really important as a writer to have a space where you can write. And maybe it's multiple spaces. Like I know that I change up my space quite often, where I'm in my office for a while and then I'm like, oh, I need to go to the kitchen table. Or, oh my gosh, I need to go sit on the couch over there and work over there. But yeah, just knowing your spaces and keeping them clean so that you can have optimal thinking and work time when you're there. Also, collect. So create a Spotify list with your music that inspires you. Also, create an inspiration folder on Pinterest. Pick an essential oil to use during your writing time. These are all things that will help you just get in the mood for writing your book. Okay, so moving on to the next page here is... we have an April calendar. So in this calendar, you'll be able to kind of just like schedule your writing time and see what days you're not able to work and what days you are able to. And I just really find it important to be able to see the month and be able to know, okay, I can work here, I can't, or I can here. So that is really nice. Also, you can have like important like deadlines. So like say you want to be halfway done with it by a certain time, you can write down those here, and also notes. If you come up with some notes, you can write them down below as well. So I really love that. I'm all about planning. So I love having calendars and I love having spaces where to write in my goals and all of that. I'm just kind of a goal junkie. Okay, and then this is another thing I really love. Like, okay, I love quotes by other authors. So this workbook has a bunch of quotes in it too. So it's really cool. So like J.R. Tolkien, like, it gives me great pleasure, a good name. I always, in writing, start with a name. Give me a name and it produces a story, not the other way about normally. So I really love that. And I'm just like, okay, so I found some other quotes that are really cool and inspiring, and each of the pages are different and fun where you can like color them in and you could like put them in a frame. Like they're so pretty. Like sometimes you need inspiring stuff in your writing space. So why not have something like that, right? Okay, and then this is another thing I really love about, this is another really great thing I love about this planner workbook for Camp Nano, is that I have a couple activities inside of it. So one of them is, how does my character handle emotion activity? And I love this. So it looks like this. And so here I just kind of have at the top, think about how your character handles each emotion. Write down physical descriptions and actions that will help bring your character to life. And then I have different emotions. So excited, sad, in love, frustrated, disappointed. And I have a bunch of other pages with a bunch of other emotions written on them where you can basically say how your character, show how your character experiences these emotions. And because, you know, every character, every person on the planet experiences emotions differently and shows emotions differently. So I really love how this came about. Just I was able to basically get that, because, you know, sometimes it's easier to jump into a story when you kind of know how your character is going to react. So this really helps me. So that's a little bit of a sneak peek into the NaNoWriMo workbook for Camp NaNoWriMo, and I'm super excited about that. So this is for April, and I will be sharing a little more later as well. So I hope that you enjoy this, and let's just jump into this book. Let's get this book done.